Name and affiliation, please.
Sure. Hi, DeMar. Casey Johnson with NBC Sports Chicago. We spoke to you after your signing, but now you've obviously had some time here in the city and around some teammates. I know it's not full go yet, but what have you been able to learn about Billy Donovan, Zach LaVine, other guys that you've been around over the last few workouts?
Great group of guys. First and foremost, just great people, great human beings. The vibe and everything is definitely positive, and I love that first and foremost, especially the city. Just energetic, just excited being here. New city, and great weather so far.
DeMar, Cheryl raced out for WBEZ Radio. Since you've been here and dealt with, what's something that you didn't know that you found out during these last few months about the Bulls and about Chicago?
How nice the weather could be before it get too cold. Just you get a different feel for the city, obviously. For as long as I've been in the league, I was able to come to the city, rather here a day or so, but just being around, just seeing, how energetic of a sports city it is, not just with basketball, just all over, baseball, football, whatever it may be. The excitement for everything, it just give a different type of feel to the city, whether if me just going to different restaurants, going out to eat, just the appreciation for sports is just at a higher level than what I thought, since I've been here.
Hey, what's up? DeMar Darnell Mayberry with The Athletic. Zach was just in here. He made a point to tell us that, let's be clear, that you're still in the prime of your career. He said, let's not get that twisted. But you've had different chapters and phases with Toronto, San Antonio, the Olympics. How would you classify this chapter of your career and your motivation at this stage?
I think for me, the best part of my career, with the knowledge that I've gained over the years, my perspective on how I approach the game, how I approach preparation, everything to the game is definitely, it took me 13 years to get to the point that I'm at mentally, physically, emotionally, and approaching the game. So for me, I think it's just my best go around. Obviously, my time in San Antonio, I learned so much more about myself as a player that I was able and capable of doing. It grew me more as a leader, being in San Antonio. And this time around, it's just putting everything that I've learned in my career all together. Like I said, I think for me, it just put me at a different level, physically and mentally.
Sam Smith with Bulls.com. You were one of the latter additions with the signing. What's your sense of this roster and the possibilities? And also, Taj Gibson, I think did you have any sense of this organization and Chicago over the years?
For sure. Besides just Taj, I was good friends with Jimmy Butler. Obviously, me and Jimmy always used to have battles when he played here. And just talking to those guys and just getting their perspective what it was like playing in Chicago. And, there's been a lot of other former players that played here, especially since I signed here, that gave me their perspective on being here and playing here, the city. Just everything about it was always something positive. So being with this group of guys was definitely an exciting decision for me to be a part of once I seen all the additions.
DeMar, how do you expect to best fit in the offense with Zach, and how do you think you guys will work together in that sense?
It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science at all. He have a passion for the game and a love and appreciation to want to win, and the knowledge and everything that I've gained over my years of being a lead and being in different situations and seeing success and playing with all type of players. I understand what it takes. So for me, it's just about us putting in the hard work and understanding one each other, and not just me and him, as a team, as a collective together, and once we unlock that and figure that part out with hard work and just being consistent starting tomorrow, it's going to go a long way.
Marshall Harris, CBS 2 here. When you've obviously been, as you said, over a decade plus in the NBA, you've been in different situations now. Does that make this process that you're talking about, like starting training camp with new guys, easier level of patience that you kind of understand it's going to take, or is it just going to be tough when you start out?
No, I'm all for it. Patience, maturity, understanding. And, first and foremost, before I even play the game, I understand every single one of these guys' strengths when it comes to basketball, just my knowledge of what it takes to be successful, what it takes to, bring a team together. Like I said, and we got a great opportunity tomorrow just to start day one putting this thing together, and that's what it's all about. As long as we put in the hard work and be consistent every single day, that's what it's about. It's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be obstacles that you got to hit, but that's the beauty of life, period. It's about how you, bounce back from when things get tough and you got to figure out something. So it's a new challenge, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, DeMar, Mark Shanowski, ABC7. Last year in San Antonio, Coach Pop asked you to play a little bit of a different role. You were the facilitator from the small forward spot. You averaged a career high in assists, played a lot of power forward as well. Now with Patrick having the unfortunate ankle injury, do you anticipate more of that role being at the forward spot and also moving over to the four at times?
I mean, it's basketball at the end of the day. You put me out there, I'm going to figure out whatever needs to be figured out for us to be successful. I don't overthink it. I think that's when a lot of people get in trouble, when you try to overthink this game. It's a simple game. You understand what it takes, what needs to be done, and you go out there and execute it and do it to the best of your ability. That's what it's all about. I don't get caught up in, I got to do this. Whatever it takes to win, that's all I care about.
Hey, DeMar. So Rob Schaefer with NBC Sports Chicago. Kind of a similar question to what Cody asked, but expanding to Zach and Vooch. Obviously, the three you guys have all been 20, 25 point a game scorers, all-stars in the league. As you've made clear your thoughts on how it's all going to fit together and how that trust and consistency will get you guys there. But as you've gotten acclimated to them and learned more about them, you know Vooch for a while, but as a teammate in Chicago, what do you think about your guys' three temperaments will allow you guys to mesh, and if there is sacrifice, not in a bad way, involved, what about the three of you guys do you think will work so well once you have the opportunity to play together a little bit more?
I mean, teams got to figure that part out when it comes to us. We got a talented group of guys. You're not even forgetting, Lonzo. He make our job a lot easier. It's not just solely on us just to go out there and figure it out. We have a great high IQ point guard, and that goes a long way in making our job a lot easier. And like I said, it starts tomorrow. Us just putting in that work, laying down that groundwork on how we're going to approach this thing, and putting it all together. And we have great high character players, unselfish players, and once you have that element, everything else will be easy. On any given night, it could be anybody that could get hot, and we all understand that. We all unselfish, and for me, even choosing on coming here was understanding that with the character guys, and being unselfish, because that you need that goes a long way. It's not about me feeling like I'm gonna go out there and get 25 shots. No, and none of us think that way. It's all about winning and whatever we need to do and whatever we need to figure out to be a successful team. That's what we're going to do.
Guys, we're going to do two more because we got Lonzo in here, so two more, please.
DeMar, Mike McGraw, Daily Herald. I'm just curious, when did you arrive in town, and have you gotten a chance to get to know Zach a little better in these, weeks or whatever, how long you've been, kind of doing?
That's the beauty of privacy is I was with Zach way before I came to Chicago. We worked out together. I've been in and out the last couple of weeks, last month or so. It's been times me and Zach flew here together and went back to LA together. So we've been spending a lot of time together. But I've been in and out for the most part for the past month and some change.
You've played with some high-level teams in your career. Do you have any sense of the competitive possibilities with this roster?
Oh, man. I'm really looking forward to it tomorrow, start of camp. Like I said, the talent is there. I don't think I've played with as talented a team as I have, since coming here. Now it's about just putting it together. And me doing my part and being a veteran on the team and kind of bringing it all together and helping it mesh a little quicker. So it's a lot of great opportunities that I'm definitely excited just to be out there with those guys and kind of putting this thing together.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Mark, thank you.